Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about a book that has helped many people around the world. The name of the book is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. This is not just a summary, it's a simple guide to help you live a better, happier life. If you often feel confused, stressed, or tired from thinking too much, this book can help. If you worry about what happened before or feel afraid of what might happen in the future, then this book is just right for you. Try to imagine waking up each morning with a calm mind. You don't feel stress from the past or fear about the future. You feel peace, joy, and confidence. You enjoy each moment as it comes. That's what this book is all about. Eckhart Tolle says that much of our pain does not come from outside, but from our own minds. We are always thinking about things we did wrong, about things we want, or about things we are scared might happen later. But real life is happening now. The past is gone. The future hasn't come yet. The only thing that is real is this moment. This moment is called the present. If we learn how to live in the present, we can change our lives in a beautiful way. But before we go deeper into the book, let me tell you something else. Reading books is one of the best habits you can build. It helps in many ways, especially if you are learning English. Every book you read brings you new words, new ideas, and new ways to say things. The more you read, the more your English will improve. But that's not all. Reading also makes you smarter. Authors share their experiences and lessons in books. You can learn in a few hours what took them many years to understand. Some books can change the way you see the world. They help you think better, feel better, and grow as a person. Reading also helps you focus. In a world full of phones and social media, reading trains your brain to stay on one thing. Instead of spending money on things that don't really help you, spending money on books is a smart choice. Books give you knowledge and wisdom that can help you for your whole life. So, by learning from the power of now, you are making a great decision. You are choosing to grow and become better. Trust me, this is one of the best gifts you can give yourself. Now, let's start with the first big idea from this book. It is this: you are not your mind. Many people think their mind is who they are. They say things like, "I'm not good enough," or "I can never be successful," or "I made a big mistake." But stop for a moment. Who is thinking these thoughts? If you can hear these thoughts in your head, doesn't that mean you are not the thoughts themselves? Eckhart Tolle explained that thoughts are just sounds in your mind. They come and go like noise, but we often believe them as if they are true. Most of the time, these thoughts are not kind. They make us feel bad about ourselves. Think about this example. Imagine you're in a room and there's a radio playing, but the radio only says negative things. You're not smart. You're going to fail. Remember that mistake you made years ago? Would you keep listening to that radio? Of course not. You would turn it off. But many people live their whole lives listening to their thoughts in this way. They don't realize they can step back. They don't know they can choose not to believe everything the mind says. The solution is simple but powerful. Instead of letting your mind control you, start to watch your thoughts. Don't fight them, just notice them. When you observe your thoughts, you create space between you and them. You begin to understand that you are more than your thinking. You are the one who sees the thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. This is the first step to feeling free inside. Once you know this, You can stop believing all the sad, angry, or fearful thoughts that come up during the day. The mind loves to pull you into the past. It makes you feel regret or guilt. It also pulls you into the future, making you feel fear and worry. But the truth is, life is always happening right now. This moment is the only moment that is real. When you give your full attention to the now, you begin to feel peace. You start to enjoy life more. The more you practice watching your thoughts instead of following them, the stronger you become. You stop feeling stuck. You stop feeling scared. You begin to feel calm and strong even when things around you are not perfect. This is not something that changes overnight. It takes time and practice. But every time you choose to watch your thoughts instead of being pulled by them, you are growing. So remember this lesson. You are not your mind. Your thoughts do not control you. You are the one who notices them, and that means you have the power to step back, take a breath, and live in the present. This is the beginning of real freedom. When you live in the now, life becomes simple, clear, and beautiful. And that is what this book will continue to show you. Imagine you are sitting quietly in a park. You look up and see white clouds slowly moving across the sky. You don't try to stop them or chase them. You just watch them pass, calm and peaceful inside. Your thoughts are like those clouds. They come and go. You don't need to hold on to them or fight them. You can just watch them pass through your mind. When you do this, something amazing starts to happen. You begin to feel calm. Most people are always thinking. They don't even realize how noisy their minds are. The mind is full of worries, regrets, and fears. But if you pause and just watch your thoughts instead of getting pulled by them, you feel better. Next time you notice your mind racing, take a moment to stop. Ask yourself, who is thinking these thoughts? Can you just watch them instead of following them? When you observe your mind, you take the first step to freedom. Your mind is like a tool. It can help you plan, solve problems, and learn new things. But it should not control you. You are the one who should decide when to use your mind, not the other way around. Now that you know you are not your thoughts, the next step is to understand your feelings. Many people live with deep emotional pain. They feel sadness, guilt, anger, or fear almost every day. This pain is often hidden inside. Where does this pain come from? Eckhart Tolle explains that emotional pain usually comes from thinking too much about the past or worrying about the future. We carry old hurts and imagine future problems, which makes us feel stressed. For example, maybe you made a mistake 5 years ago and still feel bad about it. Or maybe you keep thinking about what might go wrong next week or next year. Your body feels that pain even if nothing bad is happening now. But here is the truth. The past is over. The future hasn't come yet. The only real moment is now. When you live in the present, the pain becomes smaller. You don't feed it anymore, so it slowly disappears. Tolle talks about something called the pain body. It's like a heavy energy inside you that holds on to past pain. It gets stronger when you think about sad or angry memories. It wants to keep you in a negative mood. The pain body grows when you stay in your mind, thinking about things that make you upset. It makes you overreact to small problems. It makes you argue and feel bad because that gives it more power. But the good news is that you can stop feeding it. The best way to weaken the pain body is to focus fully on the present moment. When you live in the now, the pain body cannot survive. Imagine carrying a big, heavy bag full of old pain and worries. It's hard to walk, and it makes you tired. But what if you could just put the bag down? That's what it feels like to live in the now. When you feel emotional pain, ask yourself a simple question. What is wrong right now in this very moment? Most of the time, you will see that the problem isn't real. It's just something your mind is imagining. You may feel scared or upset, but there may be nothing actually happening right now. If you bring your attention to the present, the pain starts to fade. You feel lighter, calmer, and more in control of yourself. Most of our suffering is not real. It is made by the mind. It is made by thinking too much about the past and the future. The pain is like a story in your head, but you don't have to believe it. When you stop thinking about what happened before or what might happen later, something beautiful happens. You feel free. You feel alive. You realize that the present moment is not heavy. It is clear and peaceful. This does not mean that bad things never happen to you, and it doesn't mean you never plan for the future. But it means you stop letting your mind control how you feel every day. To start living in the now, you must practice. You must notice when your mind is pulling you into the past or future. You must bring your focus back to what is real, this moment, right here. It might feel strange at first. Your mind may not like it. It wants to keep thinking, worrying, and planning. But the more you come back to the now, the easier it gets, and the more peace you will feel. Try to be present when you do simple things. When you drink water, taste it fully. When you walk, feel your feet touch the ground. When you talk to someone, really listen. These small actions help you stay in the now. Each time you come back to the present, you are healing yourself. You are stepping out of the prison of your own mind. You are learning to live with peace instead of pain. You don't need to wait for a special moment to feel better. The present moment is always with you. It's quiet, it's kind, it's safe, and it is always ready to welcome you back. So remember, your thoughts are not you. Your feelings are not you. You are the one who sees them, not the one who is controlled by them. You have the power to stop, watch, and return to the now. This is the path to healing and peace, and it starts with one simple step. Choose to live in the moment you're in right now. Many people feel something is missing in their lives even when they have everything they thought they wanted. They might have a good job, a nice house, and money to spend, but they still don't feel truly happy or complete. This happens because they are not really present in their own lives. Their body is here, but their mind is somewhere else. They are always thinking about something that already happened or something that might happen in the future. Imagine eating your favorite meal. The food is warm, the smell is wonderful, and the taste is perfect. But instead of enjoying it, you are thinking about a problem at work or a fight you had last week. You miss the moment. This is how most people live. Even during happy or peaceful times, their minds are not with them. They are thinking, worrying, or remembering. They are missing the life that is happening right now in front of them. Eckhart Tolle says the answer is to fully enter the present moment. This means giving your full attention to what is happening right now. This moment is the only thing that is real. Everything else is just a thought or memory. The past is over. You cannot go back to it. The future is not here yet. It is only an idea in your mind. But the present moment, the now, is always here, and it is the only place where life really happens. So how can we stay in the present? One good way is to use your senses. Your senses, like hearing, seeing, and feeling, only work in the now. When you pay attention to them, you return to the present moment very naturally. Take a moment to listen. What sounds can you hear? Maybe birds, the wind, or people talking in the distance. Look around you. What colors, shapes, and movements do you notice? Feel your body, the ground, or the air on your skin. All these things are happening now. They bring your focus back to the real world instead of the world inside your mind. When you pay attention to your senses, your thoughts slow down. You stop worrying, and you feel more peaceful. Here's a simple example. Next time you drink a glass of water, don't rush. Hold the glass, feel the coolness, taste the water, and notice how it feels as you swallow. Something this simple can help you come back to the present. Another way to live in the now is to stop fighting the moment. Often we feel upset because we don't like what is happening. We say, "This should not be happening," or "I wish it were different." This brings more pain. But if you accept the moment, you feel calmer. This doesn't mean you stop trying to improve your life. It just means you stop arguing with what is already here. You start working with life, not against it. For example, you are stuck in traffic. You can get angry, complain, and feel stressed, or you can accept that this is part of life. You can take a deep breath and enjoy some music or a good podcast while you wait. The traffic is the same in both cases, but your experience is very different. When you accept the moment instead of fighting it, you feel more at peace, even in situations that are not perfect or easy. Most of our pain comes from not accepting what is. We spend so much time wishing life was different. But when you let go of that, even for a moment, you feel free. You feel lighter, like a weight has been lifted. Another common problem is waiting for the future to be happy. We often say, "I'll be happy when I get a better job," or "I'll be happy when I have more money." We keep pushing happiness into the future. But this is a never-ending trap. Even when you reach your goal, your mind will quickly create a new one. You will always be chasing something else. You will never feel truly happy if you always live for someday. Real joy can only be found in the now. It's in the small things, the sound of laughter, the warmth of the sun, a kind word, or a good meal. These are simple things, but they are the moments where life really lives. Think of a father who works hard his whole life. He saves money, plans for retirement, and waits for the day when he can finally relax and enjoy life. But when that day comes, he feels empty. He doesn't know how to enjoy. That's because he spent his whole life waiting. He never learned to live in the moment. He was always focused on the next thing, thinking that happiness was in the future. Now the future is here, and he feels nothing. This is why it's so important to enjoy life now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is this one, right now. Even if it's not easy or exciting, it's real. It's where your power and your joy live. You don't need a perfect life to feel happy. You just need to be present. You can enjoy a simple walk, a deep breath, or the feeling of warm tea in your hands. These moments are small, but they are full of life. The more you live in the now, the more you feel alive. You stop chasing things. You stop waiting. You begin to enjoy life as it is. You find peace and happiness in everyday things, things that were always there, waiting for you to notice. So remember, your life is not in the past or the future. It is here, right now. Don't miss it. Be here. Be present. Live the moment fully. This is where your true joy begins. Many people believe they will be happy in the future, but true happiness is not in some far-off time. It is in small, quiet moments. It is in laughter with a friend, the warmth of sunshine, or a slow, deep breath. If you cannot enjoy these little things right now, you will never really feel happy. The future is always coming, but never here. So if you're waiting to be happy later, you will always be waiting and miss the joy of now. Most people live inside their heads without even knowing it. Their thoughts never stop. They worry about things that haven't happened. They imagine problems and feel stress, even when everything around them is calm and okay. The mind does not rest. Your mind doesn't want you to be fully in the present. Why? Because when you are present, the mind loses control. It can no longer push you around with fear, worry, or regret. So it tries to pull you back into thinking. The mind has many ways to keep you stuck in thought. It creates stories, plans, fears, and dreams. It distracts you from now. One of the most common tricks it uses is the idea that happiness will come later. You may think, I'll be happy when I get a new job, or I'll be happy when I buy a house. But when you reach those things, your mind quickly finds something else to chase. It never feels like enough. This is called the I'll be happy when trap. It feels real, but it's just a trick. The moment you get what you wanted, the joy doesn't last long. Soon, your mind is looking for the next thing it wants. Think back to a time when you finally got something you really wanted. Maybe it was a new phone, a job, or a trip. How long did the excitement last? A few days? A week? Then your mind moved on. This is why real happiness can only be found in the present moment. It's already here, waiting for you to notice it. You don't have to chase it. You just have to stop, breathe, and be where you are now. Another trick the mind plays is creating problems, even when life is going well. You may have enough money, love, or peace, but the mind still finds something to worry about. It creates stress from nothing. For example, if you have money, your mind might say, "What if I lose it?" If you are in a happy relationship, your mind might whisper, "What if this ends one day?" Even on calm days, it looks for something to fear. The mind is like a machine that needs to work all the time. If there are no real problems, it will make up new ones. That's how it keeps itself busy. But this habit stops you from enjoying the present. Imagine sitting outside on a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the wind is soft, and everything feels perfect. But instead of enjoying it, your mind says, "What if something bad happens tomorrow?" You lose the peace of that moment. Another big reason we can't stay present is the ego. The ego is your mind's idea of who you are. It is made from old stories, mistakes, and labels. The ego says, "I am this," or "I am that," based on the past. For example, you may think, "I am a failure because I made a mistake," or "I'm not good enough because of something that happened in my childhood." These thoughts are not true, but they feel real because the ego holds on to them. The ego builds an identity using pain, past events, and opinions from others. Then it says, "This is who you are, and you can't change." It keeps you stuck in a small, sad story. But that story is not really you. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not the bad things others have said about you. You are something much deeper, and that deeper part of you lives only in the present, not in the mind story. The only thing that is real is this moment, right now, not what happened yesterday and not what might happen tomorrow. In this moment, you can be free. In this moment, you are enough. In this moment, life is simple and true. The more you live in the now, the quieter your mind becomes. You stop chasing the future. You stop hiding in the past. You stop believing that you need something more to feel okay. You realize that peace is already here. But to feel that peace, you must let go of the mind's tricks. Let go of the idea that you need to be someone else. Let go of the habit of waiting for the next big thing. Come back to now. When you feel your mind starting to worry, pause. Look around. What do you see? What can you feel? What can you hear? These things are real. They pull you out of your thoughts and bring you back to life. Even in the middle of your busy day, you can take a few seconds to return to the present. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Listen to the sounds around you. Feel your feet on the ground. You are here. That's enough. Each time you come back to the present, your thoughts lose power. You begin to feel more alive, more peaceful, and more yourself. Life doesn't feel like a race anymore. It becomes something to enjoy, step by step. So remember, the mind will try to pull you away. It will offer stories, problems, and promises about the future. But you don't have to follow it. You can choose to stay here in this moment, where your real self lives. This is where happiness is. Not tomorrow, not next week, not after you fix everything. It's in the small moments, the quiet breaths, the simple joys. And the good news is, you can always come back to now. Imagine a computer that is using an old program. That program has many problems, and it keeps making the same mistakes again and again. If you don't update the program, the problems will continue no matter how many times you restart. But if you remove the old program and install a new one, the problems stop. Everything works better. In the same way, we also have old programs in our minds, old ways of thinking that cause pain and stress in our lives. We believe old stories like, I'm not good enough, or I always fail. These thoughts come from the past, but we still carry them around. We live by them without knowing they are only habits, not the truth of who we are. The good news is, we don't have to live by these stories. We can let go of our old identity and start again. We can learn to live fresh, with a clear mind, fully in the present moment where life truly happens. Living in the present is not just an idea in your head. It's not something you simply think about. It's a real experience. It's a way of living where you feel fully awake, peaceful, and deeply connected to everything around you. This feeling is called presence. When you are in this state, your heart feels calm, your mind is quiet, and you are not worried about anything else. You feel free and alive. It is a very deep and beautiful feeling. Most people never feel true presence because their minds are always busy. Thoughts about the past or worries about the future keep them distracted. These thoughts never stop, and they make it hard to enjoy the life that is happening now. But when you enter the state of presence, something changes. You feel a deep peace that cannot be taken away by outside things. You don't need more money or praise. You just feel okay exactly as you are in that moment. So, what does presence really feel like? It feels like those times when you are so focused on something that you forget all your worries. Maybe you were watching a beautiful sunset, listening to music, or playing a game you enjoy. In those moments, you were not thinking about your life. You were living it. Time seemed to stop. You didn't care about what had happened or what might come next. You were fully there, and that is what presence feels like. Most people miss this feeling because the mind is always talking. From the moment you wake up, your mind starts thinking, what do I need to do today? Or why did she say that yesterday? Or what if tomorrow goes wrong? This constant thinking is like a loud radio that never turns off. It pulls you away from the moment you're living in. Even when everything around you is quiet, your mind can still make you feel busy and uneasy inside. Imagine you are drinking a warm cup of tea. If your mind is full of thoughts, you don't really taste the tea. You just drink it while thinking about something else. You miss the simple joy of that small, peaceful moment. But if you are fully present while drinking tea, it becomes a different experience. You feel the warmth in your hands. You smell the tea. You taste each sip. You enjoy it fully. This is what living in the moment feels like. The best part is that presence is always available to you. You don't need to be rich or special to feel it. It's your natural state. You just need to stop following your thoughts for a while and come back to your senses. So, how can you become present more often? One simple way is to stop labeling everything. Our minds like to name things quickly. That's a tree. This is boring. He is rude. But when we do this, we stop really seeing what's there. When we drop these labels, we start seeing things more clearly and with more wonder. A tree is not just a tree. It's full of life. It's moving with the wind, growing quietly, and connected to the earth. It becomes something magical. Try this next time you go for a walk. Instead of thinking about your day or your problems, just look around. Notice the sky, the trees, the people. Don't name or judge anything. Just observe and let the moment come to life. You'll notice that your mind becomes quieter. You start feeling more peaceful inside. You become more connected to the world around you. You are no longer lost in thought. You are simply being. And that is when you feel most alive. Presence helps you break free from your old thinking patterns. It helps you see that you are not your thoughts. You are something deeper. You are the awareness behind the thoughts, the one who sees, listens, and feels the present moment. So, the next time your mind tries to pull you back into worry or memory, pause. Take a breath. Look around. Come back to the now. This moment is real. This moment is enough. This moment is your home. You don't need to fix your whole life before you can feel peace. You just need to notice what is real right now. That is where your true self lives. That is where presence waits for you in quiet and stillness. Next time you go outside, try something different. Don't just look at a tree and say, "That's a tree." Instead, stop and really observe it. Notice the shape of the leaves, how they move with the wind, how sunlight touches them. When you stop labeling things with your mind, you start seeing them with fresh eyes. You feel more connected to what's in front of you. At that moment, you become present. You are not thinking. You are simply noticing what's around you. Another way to enter the present is to notice the small space between your thoughts. Most people don't realize this gap exists. But if you pay attention, you'll see there's a small pause between one thought and the next. Even if this pause is very short, that little moment is full of peace. It is a moment without thinking. That is where real presence lives. You are not lost in thought. You are just here, without words or noise in your head. Try this now. Take a slow, deep breath. As you breathe, don't wait for the next thought. Instead, focus on the silence that comes between thoughts. Notice how quiet it feels. That quiet space is where you feel truly alive. The more you notice these silent gaps, the more present you become. You begin to realize that your thoughts are not constant. There is something underneath them, something calm, steady, and peaceful. That is your natural state of presence. Another easy way to enter the present moment is by focusing on your breath. Your breath is always happening now. It's always with you. It doesn't live in the past or future. It's one of the simplest tools you can use. Take a deep breath in. Feel the air moving into your lungs. Notice how your chest rises. Then exhale slowly. Feel the breath leaving your body. Keep your attention on your breath. It helps bring your mind back to the moment. Every time you focus on your breath, your mind stops wandering. You're no longer stuck in thoughts about yesterday or tomorrow. You are here. Just by breathing with awareness, you enter presence, calm, still, and peaceful. Now let's talk about something deeper, your inner body. This is another powerful way to stay present. Most people live only in their minds, always thinking. But presence is not only about the mind. It's also about feeling your body from inside. Your inner body is the energy inside you. It's not something you see with your eyes. It's something you feel. Even now, if you close your eyes and pay attention to your hands, you might feel a soft warmth or a gentle buzz. That quiet energy you feel is your inner body. The moment you shift your focus from your thoughts to that feeling inside, you come back to the present. Thoughts live in the mind, but your body always lives in the now. Imagine you are walking in the park. Your mind might be full of thoughts about your work, your bills, or something that happened earlier. But if you focus on your feet as they touch the ground, your whole experience changes. As you feel each step, your attention leaves the busy mind and enters the body. You become aware of your movements, your breath, and the world around you. That awareness is presence. That's how you return to the now. There are simple steps to shift your attention from your thoughts into your body. First, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Focus on your hands. Can you feel a gentle warmth or a little tingling in them? Now move that awareness to your arms, then your chest, then your legs. Try to feel your whole body from the inside. It's a quiet feeling, but it's always there. This is your inner body, and it brings you into presence. As you do this, your mind becomes quieter. You are no longer caught in thoughts. You are feeling life in your body. You are not thinking about life. You are living it, one breath and one moment at a time. You can also use movement to connect with your inner body. Slow and mindful activities like yoga, tai chi, or even quiet walking can help. These movements help you feel each part of your body with care and attention. When you move with awareness, you stop rushing. You stop worrying. You feel the present moment more deeply. Even small movements like raising your arms or stretching your back become more meaningful when you are fully present during them. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes. You don't need to change your whole life to feel better. You only need to return to your breath, your body, and the present moment again and again with kindness and patience. The inner body is your doorway into peace. It brings you out of the noisy mind and into the quiet now. The more you feel it, the more connected and calm you become. Presence becomes your natural way of living. So whenever your mind feels too loud or your thoughts feel too heavy, come back to your body. Breathe. Feel your hands, your feet, your chest. Feel the energy inside you. It is always there, waiting for you to notice. This is the practice. This is the way to peace. Not in the past, not in the future, but in the body, in the breath, in the quiet space of now. That's where true life is happening. When you move your body, try to do it with full attention. If you are walking, feel every step. If you are exercising, focus on your movements. Don't let your mind wander. This simple habit helps you become more present. Moving with awareness makes your mind quiet. You feel connected to your body and the moment. You are not thinking about the past or worrying about the future. You are just doing what you are doing, and that brings a peaceful feeling. Now let's talk about one of the biggest things that blocks presence. It is something called the ego. Many people think ego means being proud or showing off. But in this book, ego means something deeper and more hidden in the mind. The ego is the voice in your head that tells you who you are based on your past, your mistakes, or what others think. It says things like, I am better than them, or I'm not good enough. It creates false identity. The ego always wants more. It wants more success, more likes, more attention, and more power. It is never happy with what it has. Even when you achieve something, the ego moves the goal and wants something else. It is never satisfied. This ego also loves to compare. It says, that person is more successful than me, or I am smarter than them. These thoughts never stop. Even when you do well, the ego finds someone else to compare you with and feel unhappy again. One of the ego's tricks is to look for approval. It wants other people to say you are good, smart, or successful. It fears being rejected or left out. That is why many people try so hard to look good to others. This is also why people post things on social media just to get likes or praise. They change who they are to fit in. But when someone says something negative or gives no response, they feel bad inside. This is the ego at work. No matter how many people like or praise you, the ego always wants more. It's never enough. The only way to stop this endless chase is to stop looking outside for approval. You must start finding peace inside yourself instead. The ego also holds on to stories about who you are. These stories may say, I am a failure, or I am a winner, or I am important. But these are just labels. They are thoughts, not your true self. You are not your thoughts. You are not your labels. You are not your mistakes or your successes. You are something deeper, something peaceful and alive that is always there underneath the thoughts. That is your true self, your presence. So, how do you dissolve or break the ego? The first step is to notice it. When you catch yourself comparing, chasing attention, or feeling not good enough, pause. Just notice what is happening without judgment. This weakens the ego. When you bring your attention to the present moment, the ego loses its power. The ego lives in the past and future, but never in the now. The more present you become, the smaller the ego becomes until it finally fades away. Instead of chasing likes or praise, look inside for your value. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You are already enough. When you stop playing the ego's game, you feel free. You stop needing to be someone else. This doesn't mean you stop growing or improving, but you do it from a place of peace, not fear. You don't improve yourself to feel worthy. You do it because it brings you joy. That is the difference between ego and presence. Presence is who you are when your mind is quiet. It is the still, peaceful space inside you that is always there. You don't have to build it. You just need to notice it. It is there when you stop identifying with thoughts. Each time you stop chasing approval or comparing yourself to others, you return to this presence. Each time you take a breath and simply be, without needing anything more, you are living from your true self, not from the noisy ego. You are not your achievements. You are not your failures. You are not your story. You are the one who sees it all, the awareness behind it. And in that awareness, there is peace, freedom, and deep inner strength. Living this way takes practice. The ego will try to come back. It will whisper old stories and make you feel small or not good enough. But now, you know the truth. You know how to return to the present moment. So when the ego speaks, pause and listen without reacting. Then gently return your focus to your breath, your body, or the world around you. In that moment, the ego fades and your presence shines through. That is the real you. Many people feel sad or stressed because they believe their thoughts too much. For example, if your mind says, "I'm not good enough," you may accept that as true, even if it's just a passing thought and not a fact. If a thought says, "I'll never be successful," most people feel hopeless. If the mind says, "I need more to be happy," they start chasing things like money, fame, or approval, thinking those things will fix how they feel inside. But thoughts are not facts. They are just mental events. They come and go like clouds in the sky. Some thoughts are light and happy. Others are dark and heavy. But none of them stay forever. They pass, just like clouds do. You are not your thoughts. You are like the sky, and your thoughts are the clouds moving across it. Some clouds may block the sun for a while, but the skies are always there, clear and open behind them. The more space you create inside yourself, the more free and peaceful you become. This space is called inner space. It is the calm place inside you that exists when you stop holding on to every thought that appears. So, how can you create this inner space? The first step is simple. Stop getting lost in your thoughts. When a negative thought shows up, don't fight it. Don't argue with it. Just observe it like you would watch a cloud. If your mind says, "I am not good enough," you don't have to believe it. Just see it, name it, and let it go. The more you do this, the more space you feel between yourself and your thoughts. Try closing your eyes for a moment. Instead of focusing on the noise in your head, focus on the silence around you. That silence is not empty. It is full of peace. It is alive. It is part of the present moment. When you listen to that silence, you begin to feel calm. You are no longer caught in thoughts. You feel connected to something deeper, something that doesn't change. That stillness is your inner space, and it grows as you practice this. Next time you are talking to someone, pay attention to the small pauses between their words. Those quiet gaps are also part of inner space. They help you listen better and stay grounded in the now. Silence can be a great teacher. The more you focus on these silent spaces, the more present you become. You stop rushing, You stop reacting. You begin to feel the peace that's always been there under the noise. This is how suffering starts to fade. You start to realize that you are not your problems. You are not your fear. You are not your past or your worries about the future. You are something stronger and freer. You are awareness, and that awareness is always calm. When you live with awareness, you feel lighter. Problems may still come, but they don't control you. Thoughts may still appear, but they don't shake you. You become like the sky, open, peaceful, and clear no matter what passes through. Most people don't realize how often they live in the past or future. They are always thinking about what happened before or what might happen later. Because of this, they miss the life that is happening right now in front of them. But the past is already gone, and the future hasn't come yet. The only thing that is truly real is this moment, this breath, this feeling, this action. If you're always in your head, you're missing the only place where life happens. Time, as we know it, is something made by the mind. The past exists only as a memory. The future exists only as a guess or plan. But you can only live now. Even when you think about the past, you do it now. This moment is where you are. Even if your thoughts travel through time, your body and breath are always in the present. That means you always have a doorway back to peace, no matter how loud your thoughts become. Some people are afraid to fully live in the now. They believe happiness will come someday. They say, when I finish school, I'll be happy. Or once I get rich, life will be perfect. But this is a trick of the mind. The mind keeps setting goals in the future, so you never arrive. As soon as you reach one goal, it gives you another. If you don't learn to enjoy this moment, you will keep chasing happiness without ever truly finding it. To live a happy and peaceful life, you must break free from this illusion of time. You must understand that life is not something that starts later. Life is already happening now, and this moment is where it all begins. Many people wait to start living. They act like they are sitting in a waiting room, preparing for something better that will come later. But while they wait, real life is passing by. The now is the only moment that matters. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect. You don't need to wait for your problems to be gone. You don't need to wait for someone to give you permission. You can begin living fully, deeply, and joyfully. Right now, try to treat each moment as complete. Don't just do something to get it over with. Do it with attention. When you eat, eat with care. When you walk, feel your steps. When you rest, really rest. That is living in the now. This practice of presence brings more joy into your daily life. You don't need more things. You don't need to be someone else. You just need to be where you are, with your breath, your senses, and your full attention. When you discover this inner space, you will feel a kind of freedom you've never felt before. You'll realize that life doesn't need to be perfect to be beautiful. All it needs is your presence. Many people do things just to finish them. They are always thinking about what comes next, but this makes them miss the joy of the moment. Instead of rushing, try to focus fully on what you're doing right now. When you drink tea, don't just swallow it quickly. Taste it. Feel the warmth. Notice the smell. Let yourself enjoy it completely. When you walk, don't just think about where you're going. Feel each step and the ground under your feet. Every moment is part of your life. If you only live for the next moment, you are never really living. You are always waiting for life to start. But life is already here, in this moment, happening now. If you fight against what is happening, you suffer. Maybe you want the moment to be different, or maybe you don't like how you feel. But the more you resist, the more pain you feel. Resistance creates stress and tension inside you. The answer is to accept the present. You don't have to love every moment, but if you accept it, you stop fighting. Peace comes when you stop saying, "This should not be happening," and start saying, "This is what is happening." The more you surrender to the moment, the more peaceful you become. You start to see that this moment, even if it's not perfect, is okay. It doesn't need to change for you to feel calm inside. Now let's look at surrender more deeply. Surrender doesn't mean giving up or being weak. It means stopping the fight with reality. It means letting go of your need to control things you cannot control and allowing the present to be as it is. Most people resist their emotions. They don't want to feel sadness, fear, or pain. They also resist their problems, wishing things were different. But the more they push against life, the more pain they create for themselves. To surrender means to say, "I accept this moment completely." It doesn't mean you stop trying to grow or improve. It just means you stop fighting the moment. You work with life, not against it. The ego, which is the voice in your mind, hates surrender. It wants to be the boss. It wants to control everything. It wants people to behave a certain way. But life does not follow your plans. Life is full of surprises. No matter how much you try to control your life, things will happen that are not part of your plan. If you always resist these changes, you will always suffer. If you surrender, you flow with life and find peace. When you accept things as they are, peace enters your life. You stop wasting your energy on wishing things were different. You simply deal with what is with a calm and open heart. This brings a deep feeling of freedom. Think about the past. Can you change it? Number. So stop fighting it. If something painful happened, ask yourself, can I change it now? If the answer is no, then it's time to let go and move forward. We also need to stop trying to control other people. You cannot control how someone speaks or acts. You cannot control how the world works. But you can control how you respond. You can choose peace instead of stress. When you surrender, you see life in a new way. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start seeing that life is happening for you. Even the hard times can teach you something important and help you grow. The moment you stop resisting, you become free. You feel lighter. You are no longer a victim of your thoughts or your past. You are a peaceful part of the present moment, which is always the safest and calmest place to be. You have now read and explored one of the most powerful and life-changing books ever written, The Power of Now. But knowing this information is not enough. To feel the benefits, you must practice these ideas in your daily life. Right now, you have two choices. One, you can forget everything you've read and go back to your old habits. You can keep overthinking, worrying about the past, and waiting for the future, but nothing will change that way. Or two, you can wake up. You can make a new choice. You can decide to live differently starting right now. You don't need to wait for a better time. You can begin today by living in the present moment. You don't need to be perfect to start. You just need to be willing to slow down, willing to stop letting your mind control you, willing to come back to your breath, your body, and this moment again and again. Most people spend their whole lives waiting. They wait for the perfect job, the right partner, or the day they feel ready. But life doesn't wait. Every day you wait, you miss a chance to live fully and feel true peace. So stop waiting. You don't need to fix your whole life before you can feel happy. You don't need anyone's permission to start living. The power to change your life is not in the future. It is here. It is in the now. The present moment is your home. It is always here, always open, always enough. No matter what happened before or what may come later, you can always return to this moment and begin again. This is your chance. This is your freedom. Every second you spend overthinking, feeling fear, or regretting the past is a second you can never get back. Time keeps moving. Life keeps going. So why waste it feeling stuck or worrying about things that don't really matter? You don't have to wait for the perfect time to be happy. You don't need to wait for everything in your life to be just right. You don't need to wait until you feel confident or strong. The right moment is now. Many people wait for permission to start living fully. They think they need approval or a special sign. But the truth is, you don't need to wait for anyone. You can choose right now to live your best life. Stop letting your past mistakes define who you are. What happened before does not decide who you can become. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are someone who can begin again at any moment. Let go of the things you cannot control. Don't waste your energy worrying about problems that may never happen. Don't let fear make your choices. Your life is too short to live in fear and too beautiful to waste on regret. You are stronger than your thoughts. You are more powerful than your doubts. You are not meant to live small or afraid. Right now, take a deep breath. Feel the air enter your body. Let it remind you that you are alive, and now realize something important. You are free. You are free to change your path. You are free to stop listening to the negative voice in your head. You are free to live a life filled with peace, joy, and meaning. If anything in this book has helped you or opened your eyes, don't just keep it in your mind. Use it. Put it into action. Knowing something is not enough. Real change comes when you start living differently. Practice being present every day. It's not always easy. But each time you come back to the moment, you are taking a step toward peace. Watch your thoughts instead of reacting to them. Let them pass like clouds in the sky. Try not to fight life. Surrender to what is happening, even if it's not what you planned. Let go of the need to control everything. You will find that life flows more easily when you stop trying to push against it. Also, keep learning. Keep growing. Never stop trying to become a better version of yourself. Every day brings a new chance to learn something new, to love more, and to enjoy the simple beauty of life. Make each day count. If this summary helped you, imagine how much more you can learn from other books. There are many great lessons out there waiting for you. Keep reading, keep exploring, and keep reaching for your best life. Remember, your future is in your hands. No one else can live your life for you. But the true power to change and grow is always in the present moment. That power is in the now. It is always with you. So go out and live your best life. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Do your best. And when things get hard, just come back to the present moment. It is always here to help you feel calm and clear. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. That's all life asks of you. And the more present you become, the more peaceful and joyful your life will feel. The best things begin now. Take the first step today. It can be small. Just stop, breathe, and notice where you are. Say thank you for this moment. Then move forward with love, strength, and peace in your heart. This is your life. Live it well.